Instagram. Oh, if you don't mind, just go to Instagram and just follow, because I don't have enough people on Instagram to do live on Instagram anymore. I used to be able to do it, but then they changed the rules. You got to have 1,000 subscribers. Okay. So, streaming on, okay, fine. That's streaming. So, if you didn't know, this screen here is live streaming on YouTube, because you can't see these little tiny numbers on your phone. So if you're on your cell phone or an iPad or something, you probably can't see these little tiny numbers. But it is live on YouTube. So if you got a nice big 60, 70, 80-inch screen TV at your house, big screen, you can go sit back and watch it on your big screen TV. And then you better see all these numbers. Now, I think I have someone coming in the next week or the week after to teach me how to use this stupid board, because I have no idea how to use it. This is the only thing I know how to do with it. That's it. That's it. Get my little stylus and make marks on it. There's supposed to be a way to zoom in and zoom out. Well, I have no idea how to do that. That being said, let's keep on going forward. Okay, so this is the 90-day chart. Same 5 things. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Well, basically it's just going up. That's it. But what else am I looking for on the 90-day chart? Last 3 months, I'm looking for a pattern. And look at this pattern, like jumps out right at you. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's going up at the moment. So it's obvious to see. It's simple. A 9-year-old, yep, I see it. It's going up. Great. Now let's zoom into the last 30 days. The last 30 days will give me a better idea of what direction do I think it's going. Same thing. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Basically going up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So the question is, number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do I like this company? That's a big question. Number 3, do I like this company at this current price? Number 4 is, do I want to buy it, hold on to it until it hits my target? Well, let's see. What would the target be? Well, at this moment in time, 33.24, the closest strike price. Now, if you don't know what a strike price is, well, purchase price is this right here. If I'm buying it this. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm about to show you a covered call. Now, a covered call is one of the safest trading strategies there is. Remember what I said? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. Well, we're going to go on all 5 of those so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so simple. A covered call is one of the simplest and safest trading strategies there is. Okay? You are actually able to do a covered call in your IRA. Certain strategies you cannot do in your IRA. So yeah, the government says, hey, covered calls, one of the safest trading strategies there is. Great, perfect for a 9-year-old. Buy it for this price here, and then I decide which one of these do I want to sell it at. That is the strike price, the pre-agreed to price I'm going to sell it to someone else at. Now, to do a covered call, you're required 4 things. Number 1, starting date. Number 2, ending date. Number 3, consideration. Can be a handshake, can be a piece of pie, but in this instance, it's money. We want money. That's why we're here. 4, an agreement, something that we both agree on. Legal terms, it's called a meeting of the minds. That's what it's called, meeting of the minds. I'm selling something, you're buying something. This is the price, this is the date. Okay? Beginning date, ending date, consideration, and a meeting of the minds. Great. Well, if I'm buying it here, the closest strike price here, we got 31, 31.50, 32, 32.50, 33, 33.50, so on and so forth. If I'm buying it 33.24, the closest two are going to be the 33 and the 33.50. You've got to decide which one is best and easiest for you. Me, I like the 33. It's a safer trade because the stock's already up over 33. But if I buy it here, 33.24, well, I'm losing 24 cents, right? Well, that 24 cents is going to come from somewhere. If I buy it at 33.24, sell it at 33, okay, I'm walking away with $1 right here. But then I got to take the 24 off of this dollar. So now I'm walking away with 76 cents on a $33 stock. Think about that. 76 cents on a $33 stock. So if I buy it here, sell it here, I'm walking away with 76 cents per share. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot. it does not sound like a lot of money, 75 cents. Well, no, it's not a lot of money. But what percentage of the purchase price is 75 cents on a $33 stock? It's way over 2%. Well, I'm looking for one. This is offering two. Now, we're going to go over the trade. We're actually going to do a sample so you can see what it looks like and what it sounds like. Then you can ask yourself, can I do that? Is that something that I can do? Because that's the question you should be asking yourself. Number one, does it make sense? Number two, do I like this company? Number three, is this something that I can actually do? That's a good, valid question, right? All right, so let's actually do one at 33. That way you can see how it flows. So first and foremost, number one, pick out a bunch of stocks you like. Number two, put them into a calendar. Let me explain, because some of you probably have that look on your face. What the hell is he talking about? A calendar. This, my friends, is what is called an EX dividend calendar. And yes, it is included in Thinkorswim. One of the reasons why I enjoy Thinkorswim. I've been using it for over 20 years. 15 years ago, I wrote a book on choosing the right trading platform for your style. This is the one I came up with because I had everything I was looking for. Okay, this is called the EX dividend calendar. All these little green dots, those are companies that are profitable and are willing to share their profits. Well, think about it. I'm here for cash flow. I'm not here to watch my account grow and grow and grow and grow, because grow does absolutely no good whatsoever when it comes time to write checks every week or every month to pay my bills. I'm at that point where that is a major concern of mine. Where's the money going to come to pay the electric bill? Where's the money going to come to pay the phone bill? Where's the money going to come to pay that? See, once you retire, once you step off the merry-go-round, okay, the rat race, whatever you want to call it, once you excuse yourself from all that chaos, well, yeah, your money's got to come in somewhere, because we're the only species on the planet that's got to pay to live here. So if we're going to pay to live here, where's my money coming from? I don't have a pension. I had my own manufacturing company, which means I was the CEO. I was responsible for everyone. Well, I'm too young to collect Social Security. Not so in January. In January, I'm going to start collecting. And yeah, I've seen what they're offering. It's, not a whole hell of a lot, but still. That being said, let's go over the calendar a bit and see if it makes sense. Now, the reason why I say take all the good stocks you like and throw them into a calendar is because, remember, we're doing dividend stocks. The name of the show is Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow, or Dividend Stock Talk. Dividend stocks means the company has to have dividends, profits that they share. That's what it's for. Mason, how you doing? How many books have you written? I've written 14. More chips today, Ted. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Gucci the Bulldog. Okay. First one, I had a toss. Oh, I'm fall for that crap. Anyway, so each one of these companies each one of these green dots represents a company that has a dividend to pay out this week. Okay, great. Where are we? 14. Right here, Sunday. So tomorrow, the 15th, there's 106 companies paying a dividend tomorrow. Tuesday, there's 40. Wednesday, there's 8, 11, 12. I don't know, 12. That's a lot. That's about 160, 180 different companies paying a dividend this week. So how do you know which ones to buy? Hold on. Rabbi, how are you today? Joe, thanks for your help. Way to go, Joe. So what I'm looking at specifically is 4 dates you need to remember on dividend stocks. Date number 1 is called the announcement date. That is when the company says, hey, everybody, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk. This is how much money we made this year, and this is why you're going to get your share, and this is when you're going to get it. They basically tell you this is how much money we made, and this is how much you're getting as an investor. It's the announcement date. That's all. It's kind of like the red light special. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a red light special on aisle number 5. Johnny, tell them what he won. Yeah, something like that. How much we made, how much you're getting. That's the announcement date. That's number 1. Number 2. EX dividend date. The EX dividend date is the last day the stock trades before they actually pay the dividend. Why is that important? Why? Because the little green dot, that is the EX date. The last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. You have any idea how many people just want that dividend? Because it's guaranteed money. If I buy the stock, I'm getting this money. Well, great. How do you qualify for it? You have to own the stock before the EX date. So any one of these little green dots, if you want to get the dividend on Humana right there on the 26th, you got to buy the stock before the 26th. It's actually that simple. That's why we put it into a calendar. Why else do we put it in a calendar? Because stocks have a dividend stocks, hold on. Dividend stocks have a tendency to increase in value just before the dividend. So if we know when they're paying out their dividend, we have a good idea of when the stock's going to go up in value. By knowing that little tiny tidbit of information, you have a little bit more of an edge over someone who doesn't have that information. So what do you do with it? Now, I ask hundreds and hundreds of people this exact question. If you knew a stock was going to move in a certain time frame, what would you do? And 95% of them all say the exact same thing. I would buy the stock. I wouldn't. I would buy the option, or I would do a covered call because it's simple, it's safe, and I don't have to wait for the stock to move up. All right, so back to the example we're talking about. Before we finish, though, okay, we got 2. Date number 3, date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Date number 4, simple, payment date. That's when you're going to get your money. 4 dates. Announcement date. Hey, this is what we make, this is what you're going to get. Date number 2, the EX date, the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. Date number 3, the date of record. Whoever owns it on that date is entitled to the dividend. Simple. It's like you go to a store, it says open 9 to 5. You show up at 8:49, they ain't open. Show up at 7:30, they ain't open. You come and it's 6:15, they ain't open. It's simple, 9 to 5. Well, same thing. If this right here, that's the EX date. Well, if you buy it before the EX date, you are entitled to the dividend. If you buy it after, so sad, going to someone else. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled. 4th, payment date. That's when you get your money. So if we buy it before the EX date, do a covered call, simple, safe, predictable, 1%. Well, we already know the stock's ready to move because the dividend's coming. And the safest trading strategy that I know of, that I didn't create it myself. It was already there. I just put the puzzles together, the pieces of the puzzle together. All right, we're going to take this, we're going to take this, we're going to take it together, and this is what we're going to do. So that was for my 9-year-old daughter. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. 5th one always gets people. No way to lose. Well, yeah, you could lose by hitting the wrong button. Trust me, a lot of people do it. All right. So let's get back to that trade we were looking at. Now, remember I said Alcoa, the 33s right here? Okay, it's going for 101. Because I'm going to walk away with right around 75 cents per share. That's over 2%. Now, I'm looking for 1% a week. Market makers offering me over 2% a week to buy Alcoa. Well, I like Alcoa. It's a dividend king. Consistently profitable for more than a half a century, 5 decades. Well, hell yeah, why the hell not? And the chart tells me it's in an upward trend. Why not? Let's keep on going. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a covered call using Thinkorswim. Terribly sorry, there are other trading platforms out there. There's a whole bunch. Literally a whole bunch of trading platforms. Now, yeah, I could probably take a look at one and figure out how it works, but I've been using this one specifically for over 20 years because I haven't come across another one that is better. That's it. I can look at everything I want to look at on one page. I don't have to go page. No, it's all right there. Let me briefly show you. All right, wait, before I do it, let's change this to covered call. That's what we want to do. We want the 33 right there. Okay, let's drop this down to 6. There we go. All right, just one contract right there, because I want you to see what one costs. Because once you understand what one costs, you know how much money you have available. So if one's going to cost $3,200, well, maybe you can afford 7. Maybe you can afford 17. Maybe you can afford one. Doesn't matter. As long as you get started and as long as you're consistently doing it on a weekly basis. All right, so here is the trade. I'm going to read it to you, and I'm actually going to show you why it fits so nicely. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the stock. Buy one covered call, AA, which is Alcoa, 100, which is the weeklies, 19 September 25. That's this coming Friday. $33 call option means I'm buying it and then I'm selling it to someone else for 33 bucks. I'm buying it for 33.24. I'm selling it for 33, which is less than what I paid for it. Well, the beautiful thing about it is, even though I'm selling it for less than I paid for it, the premium in which they're paying me is high enough to offset the 24-cent loss right there and still have $80.50 left for me to take home. Well, let's find out exactly what that is. Okay? Break even, that means anything over $32.19 come this coming Friday. Anything over $32.19, I'm in a profit. It's at $33.24 right now, and it's in an upward trend. Break even is $32.19. This stock goes up, I make money. Stays the exact same, I make money. It could even come down. It's at $33.24. It can come all the way down to $32.19, and I'm still making a profit. Now, how much am I walking away with? Well, I'm walking away with $80.50 for each contract I do. So one contract is $3,200 bucks. 10 contracts, $32,000. But 10 contracts is $850 bucks. Well, that's nice. All right. So let's find out what the rate of return is. Because remember, that's probably what you're looking for, rate of return. I'm looking for 1% a week. What exactly does TOS mean? Think or swim. Think or swim. TOS, think or swim. All right, anyway. To find out what your rate of return is, you take the profit and you divide it by your investment. So let's say you buy a car. You sell the car and you have a profit. Well, how much did you make? Well, you take the profit you made and you divide it by what it cost you to play the game. That gives you your rate of return. Now, I'm looking for 1% per week. Thank you. I'm not in America. Cleaning takeover. How are you today? What platform do you use to purchase stocks? Aaron, this is called Think or Swim through Charles Schwab. So let's keep on progressing. So, calculator. Profit, 80, 50. Okay? Profit says right there. Maximum profit, $80.50 per contract. One contract, 80 bucks. 5 contracts, 80 bucks times 5. What is that? 400? Something like that. Anyway, divided by the purchase price, $32.20. Divide 32.20 comes a grand total of 2.5%. That's 2.5% for 1 week. Think about it. If 1% per week is 50% per year, 2.5% per week is well over 125% per year. What is it exactly? You just take that amount and you multiply it by 52, because guess what? There's 52 weeks in a year. I was close, 130%. Okay, I can live with that. I don't get 2.5% every week. I don't. I average 1.4, and I'm okay with that. Okay, now I've been doing it for a while, so I'm okay with 1.4%. I'm actually okay with 1%. What question do we have here? Tom! Hey, Jim, will you be turning on the YouTube screen? Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, that's the only question we have over here? Okay. All right, so that is Alcoa. I'm going to write that one down. I do write stuff down that looks good. That 2.5. Nice. This way, if I have any extra money tomorrow, I might buy me some Alcoa, depending on how she opens up tomorrow, what she looks like. Because that's always a deciding factor, too. Because like 98% of the time, all my investing is done on a Monday. Okay? So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I usually don't buy anything. It's usually on a Monday. Because I'm a weekly trader. I buy on Monday. I like to get rid of it by Friday. Because guess what? Friday is coming whether you want it to or not. every Friday, 7 days away. James, thank you for your time each night. G. Well. I am well, thank you. All right, cleaner. What platform got that question? Okay, so 1 point, yeah, it's 130% for the whole year. So we done that one. We don't need to look at it anymore. Let's get this down here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. We have another one we want to take a look at. Actually, we had two we want to take a look at. ASO was one. And what was the other one? What is the other one? Oh, wow. And he saw that one. There it is, right. Levi. Levi wanted to take a look at UPS. We all know who the brown dudes are. UPS. All right, UPS. UPS. Well, easy to see, right? 5 things, remember? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Sideways down, sideways right here, 84.35. Now, what are we looking at here? The bottom of the year was last week. Now, you heard it all the time. Always, always, always. Buy low, sell high. You cannot, I repeat, cannot get any lower than the low of the year. So, top question you should have rattling around in your head right now. Do I like UPS? Is this an opportunity time to buy it? Because it's at the low of the year. You can't get any lower than the low of the year. Before you jump to conclusions, let's go through the whole rigmarole, whatever you want to call it. It gets us out of the way. First and foremost, what's the price? 84.35. The closest strike price is going to be 84, which is going for 159. Oh, hell yeah, that's way over 1%. The 85s, that's going for 111. That's over 1% also. Okay, the 84 is the safer trade. The 85 is a more profitable trade. That's about as close as you're going to get to a choice. Do I want the safer trade? Do I want the more profitable trade? Well, at 84, the stock doesn't have to do anything. 85, the stock does have to go up. But you still get this premium right here. Now, you get that as soon as you do a covered call. So if I do the covered call first thing in the morning, I'm buying it first thing in the morning. I'm selling the covered call first thing in the morning. That's what I'm bringing in. So let's take a look at the numbers for UPS before we go on any further. Help me! I'm crushed by a car. Yeah, don't do that. It's not funny. Do I have a Discord? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, it is a paid service. You actually have to be a paid member. Protect public lands. Vote out MAGA. Say no to selling public lands. Floaty McBoat. All right. See, I'm not even bothered with YouTube anymore because you guys just get totally off topic. All right. A year ago, UPS 129.08. Top of the year 145.29, and that was the end of October. Now, the bottom of the year was just last week. What does the last 90 days look like? Here you go, last 90 days. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, Now she's bouncing up right here. So what's going on there? That's where we are at this moment. So zoom in a little closer, look at the last 30 days, and do we have an idea of where it's going next? Okay. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look, here's the high, down, up, down, up. That's it. That's actually pretty simple. See, it's not that difficult, right? Adults have a tendency to make things more complicated than they need to be. All right? So, I like 2 days to the upside, and then I would jump in on a third day. So this bottom was Thursday. Friday was higher. Higher top, higher bottom. Now, that's only 1 day. So no, it's not quite ready for me to say yes. But that's my choice. However, if you like UPS, hey, have at it. All right. No, that was not a tip. No, I do not give advice. I do not give stock tips. I don't. I will look at whatever you want me to look at. But I won't say, yeah, it's a great buy. You should buy. No, I will not say that. I'll tell you if I'm going to buy something. Okay, McFlipper wants to take a look at APO. Okay. I'm clueless to what APO is, but we'll take a gander at it. Oh, wow, all these questions. I get to say hi to all these people either. I feel bad about that. Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Hey, Michael, that almost sounds familiar. What do you think about Starbucks? Benny, I love Starbuckies. All right, somebody want to take a look at ASO? We'll take a look at ASO, then we'll take a look at Starbucks. What was rule number 1? McFlipper, never buy something you don't want to hold on to. That's it. That's like never marry a woman or a man that you don't want to be with for the rest of your life. Kind of makes sense, right? Buyer's remorse is a bummer. ASO, okay. ASO. I'm going to hit the enter button. You guys quickly, high, low, where was it? Where is it? See how long it takes you. Ready? Whoops. Helps if I put it in, doesn't it? Let's try it one more time. ASO. And there we go. It's a no. See how quick that was? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down. It's in a downward trend at the moment. We'll zoom in a little bit closer to see exactly what that looks like. Now, this is good and bad at the same time. Well, it's good because we know it's dropping. Here's the 30-day high. It's dropping like a rock. The good part about it is eventually it's going to find the bottom, turn around, go back up again. Look, bottom, turn around, went up. 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 It's going to find a bottom, turn around, go up. So if we look at it every day and we find, hey, here's the bottom, what's next? Pretty simple. I'm going to write ASO down for us to take a look at next week. Because that's going to find a bottom eventually. Next. Gabby, Mac, how you doing? McFlipper, Ivan, Gregory, how you doing? Sahar said, Rick Hill, what's going on? Stefan Struzil. Tara, good evening, Miss Tara. The dog's in house. Can you explain pros and cons of doing cash secured puts on SQQQQ? Okay, Joel number 1, SQQQ. What is it you're looking for? That's my question. You're high here, you're low here. This baby's dropping like a rock. What's your thought here? I've never heard of them, so I have no desire to take a look. Okay, are they consistently profitable? Okay, do they increase their profits year after year after year? Well, here's something. I don't know if you guys actually do this, but you probably should. Okay, let's go. He did say S, right? S. Q, Q, Q. All right, so we're going to take a look at the dividends on SQQQ and see how profitable they actually really are. Because back in, I think it was the 1930s, old man Roosevelt said, you know what? We're going to create something called the FEC, the SEC, Security Exchange Commission. They're going to make sure everyone plays fairly and everybody is truthful and honest. Well, now they have to do a quarterly report and an annual report every single year. So is this company profitable? All right. I want to go to right here. Historical data. Now, historical data is going to show me the open, the high, the low, the close, the volume, every single year that this has traded publicly. That's what I want to look at. Because that will tell me, is it consistently profitable since it started? Well, doesn't that kind of make sense? Think about it. Why would you invest your money into something that's not consistently profitable? Here we go. See, here's right here. Here's the dates, the open, the high, the low, the close, the adjusted, and the volume. How many shares are traded on a regular basis? It's not what I want to see. I want to see this right here. Dividends only. Okay, so here we go. Dividends only. And I want to look at all the dividends. Okay, so here they are. Let's go. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. This thing only goes back to 2017. That's only 8 years. Do you remember I said 2 decades? Now, if you don't know what a decade is, it's not 4 years, because that is 8 years. Okay, that's 2 4. Yeah, no. 2 decades is 20 years. 20, 2 and a 0. That's a whole bunch. So let's take a look at this one anyway, considering we have it up. See, the dividends, it tells you how profitable the company is. You ready? $15 for dividend. That's pretty nice, isn't it? 15 bucks. Well, it goes from $15 down to 17. Then it goes to 20. So it goes higher, higher, higher. 33, 51, 14. Hold on a second. Time out, time out, time out. It started off pretty good. 15, 17, 20, 33, 51. And then it drops down to 40, 14. 51 to 14. That's more than a 60% drop. I don't know off the top of my head, but that's, 51, 26. 26 would be 50%. That's even less. Was that like a 70% drop? And you think that's good? Hold on, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Okay, 14, 30, 23. That's backwards again. 13. So it goes from 23 to 13. Another almost 50% drop. Then it goes from 13 to 8. Drops even lower. Look at this. $8 to 75 cents. Holy shit. I'm going to stop here. Brother, what the hell are you thinking? Seriously, did you even see these numbers at all before you decide to put your money into it? And it's dropping like a rock. What about this makes you say, oh, that's awesome, I want to buy some? What? Seriously, what about this makes you so excited that you want to put your money into that? Okay, you do know there are companies out there that have been around for over 100 years, and they're consistently profitable year after year after year after year after year. They're called dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders. Okay, those companies consistently increase their profits. This thing, no, that's just my opinion. Now, understand that, please, that's just my opinion. And that doesn't mean shit, because I ain't nobody. You should never listen to somebody on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. I would like to add a caveat to this equation. Big Tito, SQQQ, is an index. I really don't care what you want to call it. Really, I honestly don't. I could care less what you want to call it, because a dividend is a portion of the profits that they give out to the investors. So you invest in an index, fine. I don't care if you invest in a turtle. If the turtle's going to keep giving me money year after year after year after year after year and consistently be profitable, I have no problem whatsoever. Okay? But these numbers, 33, 51, awesome. 14, yeah, no thank you. 13, then the 75 cents, that's not a good investment, in my humble opinion. Now, I've been wrong once in a while, but I think if you're giving out $51 per contract, or per share, and then you drop it down to 75 cents in $1, and $1.33 or $1.62, and you think that's good, I don't care if it is an index. Honestly, really don't care what you want to call it. Okay? Give it to Mary Poppins. If Mary Poppins is giving you more money year after year after year after year, yeah, great. I don't mind. I want 2 decades. This thing's 8 years, and it's not consistently profitable. That means they didn't make more money. Where is it? Here's the highest one right here. 51.50. That was in 2018. It goes from 51.50 down to 75 cents. You have any idea what kind of a decrease that is? $51 down to 75 cents. Oh, it's an index. I really don't care what it is. It's not profitable. That's it. That's my take on it. That's it. Right. All I see is growth if you invest early. That's not what I'm looking for. Weren't you paying attention? I'm not looking for growth. I am looking for cash flow. The name of the show is called Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow, not weekly growth. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay? If you're looking for growth, you are definitely in the wrong place. There's plenty of trading strategies that concentrate on growth. And I get nothing against people who want growth. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I'm 61. Growth does not concern me whatsoever. 10,371 different companies. I can hitch my wagon to any one of those as long as they go in the direction that I want to go. Great. Hitch it to this company. Great, to get my 1% this week. Wonderful. Who's up next week? Oh, great. Let's move over there. Great, to get my 1%. Wonderful. Who's next? Move it. I have no problem moving. I have no desire whatsoever, wishing and hoping that it goes back to 33, goes back to 51. I'll even take 14 over to 75 cents any day. It's not consistently profitable, and I don't really care that it's an index. It's not a profitable index. That's all I got to say. Yeah, let's keep on going. Right here. Joseph, Deanna, Mark, how are you? Hey, Florida hockey, what's happening, dude? The beauty of N. I have no idea. Milo the Merle. Milo, how are you? Eric wants to take a look at knee. Is that Nextera? N-E-E. N-E-E. Nextera. Okay. Interesting. Same thing. Looking at the same thing. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Down, sideways. That's basically all it did. Okay? Down, up, down, up. Same thing. Down, sideways. We're at 71.64. The closest whole number to 71.64 is going to be 72. 72 right there, 85 cents. That's over 1%. Look at this right here. 30-day high, comes down, bounce up, 30-day. Yep, that's a contender just by looking at it. Well, let's go through the rest of the equation. A year ago, we're at 85.12. The high of the year, beginning of October, 86.15. Bottom of the year, first week of April, 61.65. Well, last 90 days, sorry. Last 90 days, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. You can clearly see that. Here's the high, here's the low, now she's going up. Okay, profit taken, bottoms out, turns around, goes back up again. Well, hell yeah, I like NEE. Well, let's see what kind of rate of return it could give us. Now, it's going to come to that equation. Number one, do I like it? Number two, does it make sense? Wait a second. Number one, does it make sense? Number two, do I like it? Number three, do all the numbers line up? Well, let's find out. Last 30 days. I don't know. What do you think? High, low. Look at this. Up, down, up. Oh, what do you think stocks do? They go up, they go down. That's it. That's all. They don't come to your house, walk the dog. They don't make you dinner. They don't come tuck you in bed, put little candies under your pillow. No. They go up, they go down. That's it. They go up until they're done. Until they're done going up. And then they come down. Guess what? Until they're done going down. Then they turn around and they go back up again. It's a monotonous, never-ending battle. Up, down, up, down, up, down. We can do this all day long. Let's get to a covered call on Nextera, and see what it looks like. All right, get rid of this. We like the 72 because that's the closest one. Change this to covered stock 72. There we go. One contract. That way you don't get scared away by looking at 10 of them. Market order and confirm and send. Here's Johnny by one covered call Nextera. 100, that's the weeklies. 19 September 25, that means this option is going to expire this coming Friday. By the way, if you didn't know, 80% of all options expire worthless. So why the hell would you want to buy them? I sell them. I don't buy, I sell. Because 80% of the time, I'm right. And I'm okay with that. If I know when the stock's going to move based on the calendar, because the dividend's coming, I do a safe trading strategy because it's safe. I do a trading strategy where the stock doesn't have to move at all. It just stays where it is or goes up, goes down a little bit, and I'm still good. Everything I'm doing is I'm doing specifically to have the odds and probabilities in my favor. It either makes sense or it doesn't. So let's get back to Nextera. 19 September 25, that's this coming Friday. $72 call option, NEE at the market to open. Didn't repeat myself. I didn't stutter. to open means I'm doing 2 trades. I'm buying the stock, that order gets sent to New York. I'm selling the option. I'm selling somebody the rights to buy it from me for basically the exact same price I just paid. That's insane if you think about it. I'm paying $71.64, selling it for $72. I'm walking away with $115 for each contract I do, and it's cost me $7,000. So let's do the math. What does that sound like? Here we go. 115 divided by 7,085. 7,085. That comes a grand total of 1.6%. So now I got a couple of questions in my head. Number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do I like this company? Number 3, do I like this company at this price? Number 4, am I willing to buy it? Never, ever, ever, ever sell it until it hits my target. Well, my target is 72. It's at 71.64, and it's bouncing off of a 30-day bottom heading up. Let's go back to that chart. I'll show it to you again in case you forgot it. There it is right there, 30-day chart. 825, that's what, 3 weeks ago? There it is, 3 weeks ago. Here's the top. Now she dropped down the bottom. Bottom was last week. Now she's going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days to the upside. Do you like Xterra? Are you willing to hold on to it until it hits your target? Never, ever, ever, ever buy something you don't understand. Then never sell unless... Oops, hold on. Gotta make sure I'm human. Never sell at a loss. It just doesn't make sense. Levi, good evening, brother, and how are you today? Eric, we took a look at yours, blah, blah, blah. Milo, we already did that one, already did that one, already did that one. Eric, thank you. C-Wide Spinner, how was Canada? Canada was interesting. I learned something interesting about Canada. You can't just bring your cell phone to Canada and expect it to work. Everything I had lined up, I had all my paperwork lined up. I just waltzed right on through because I had all my T's crossed and all my I's dotted. What I didn't think of was, hey, we're 5 miles over the border. 5 miles shouldn't be a big deal. It is. You ever try to get from one place to another without any directions and without a phone? It was kind of interesting, but I managed. Hooli there. Jonathan, how are you today? Jonathan, hi. Hey, hi, ho. Thank you. Oh, Christian, thank you for that. Just Drew, how are you? Locker Skin. I don't want to know where that comes from. 46 to go. I have no idea what 46 to go means. Do you have classes? Yes, I do. Every morning. What's weekly options? Uh-oh. Movie man, we have a newbie here. An option is basically, I can do it if I want to. I don't have to do it if I don't want to. It's kind of like first right of refusal. Okay, if you're going to sell it, I want first dibs. I'm not quite sure how you want to interpret it, but an option is kind of like, well, it's actually an insurance policy. That's what a stock option is. It's an insurance policy because you're insuring something. Okay, so your insurance is, hey, I'm buying it at $71.64. I want to ensure that if it goes up higher, I have the first right to buy it. What's the price I'm looking at? 72, right here. Now, an insurance policy, like I said earlier, you need 4 things in order to make it a viable, live, healthy contract. Number 1, a beginning date. Well, that's as soon as I do it. So if I do it tomorrow morning, the beginning date is tomorrow morning. Ending date. Well, 19 September. That's the one I want to sell. Now, I could do 26 September, 3 October, 10 October, 17 October. I could do any one of these that I want. But I want weekly cash flow. So I want to do this every single week. So this week, yeah, that's this week. Now, if the person I sell it to doesn't buy it from me, and it's below 72 come this coming Friday, I keep this money, and then I turn around and I sell it to someone else again next week. Think of it this way. Now, when I explain it this way, a lot of people get it. Think of it this way. Let's say I'm buying a vending machine. Candy machine, soda machine, gumball machine, cigarette machine, whatever kind of vending machine you can think of. Okay, a vending machine, you have to dish out a certain amount of money to buy the machine. Makes sense, right? So I'm buying the vending machine. It's costing me $7,000. Okay, big deal. Now, this vending machine is giving me weekly cash flow. I like to look at it as a weekly cash producing asset. I pay $7,500. I own the vending machine. Every single week it spits out money. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a consistent, safe, predictable way for me to get weekly cash flow. Simplest, easiest thing I've come across so far. Because if I actually went and bought a real vending machine, I'd have to go to it every day, fill it up, take out the money. Boring, I know. Well, this is so much easier. Still same amount of money, $7,500 for a machine, great. Covered call, wonderful. Giving me $139, whatever, per contract. Okay? So all depends on how you look at it. How do you want to interpret it? Okay? I'm either buying a part of NextEra Energy, I own part of the company, or I'm buying a weekly cash producing asset. Buy it, I own 100 shares, I can do one contract. 500 shares, I can do 5 contracts. Well, 5 contracts times 72, $85, that's $450 per week. This week. Next week it might be different. Week after that, it might be different. Because this, as you can see, goes up, down, up, down, up, down. It keeps moving up and down. Well, as it moves up and down, I move my price of whatever soda I am selling that week. So this week, 85 cents per share. Next week, it might be 78 cents per share. It might be 15 cents per share. It might be $1.23 per share. This here directly relates to this. So as it goes up, as it goes down, only one thing stays the same. Only one. That's my entry price, whatever I buy it for. If I buy it for this price right here, guess what? 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, people ask me, well, what'd you buy NextEra for? I bought it for $71.64 because that's what it was when I bought it. Anyway, next. So I like NextEra Energy. I'm going to write that one down. Okay. Next. Ooh. James. Thank you, James. Seth Thuring, 316, Gemini. You got to give me the ticker symbol. Yeah. Mike, my shirt says it all. You're right, it does. Uh-oh. Got to prove I'm human over here. There we go. It's a no. If it's a no, it's a no. You're absolutely right. Joshua, give me your take on Sherwin-Williams. Isn't that SWR? SWR, is that right? SWR? SWR. No. SWM? Nope, I don't know it. Sorry. Unfortunately, Sherwin-Williams is a monthly optionable stock. So that's going to be no. Uh-oh. LA Fanatic wants to take a look at TSLY, SHW. Thank you, Matt. SHW. Okay, now remember I said I don't trade monthly options? September, October, December, January, March. Now the reason why I don't do monthlies is because you can only trade them once a month. And that's only 12 times a year. So I'm getting only 12 checks per month? No. I'd rather get 52. Because here's the thing. Each and every time I do a trade, I get 1 to 2%. Current price, $3.60. $3.60, $4. Now, $4 on a $360 stock is just a tiny bit over 1%. Now, that's for 5 days. Okay, so that one might be good. But what is not good? Hold on a second. Check this out. All right, you ready? This is 30 days. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, that's easy to see. But what is it that you cannot see? Where's it going to be in 38? This is 30 days. Okay? It went down, it went up. It went down, it went up. It went down, it went up. Great. Now tell me, where is it going to be in 30 days from tomorrow? Not that easy, is it? One of the other reasons I don't like monthly options. Edward, Ben, Ben Franklin, that's another monthly. That's a no. Tom Boya, Coca-Cola. Yeah, the premiums on Coca-Cola suck. K-O. In my humble opinion. Stock price 67. 67 is going for 40 cents. A little bit over 0.5%. Now, don't get me wrong. 0.5% every week is still 26% per year. But why do Coca-Cola when you can do Bank of America and it gives you over 1%, which is over 50% per year? Don't get me wrong, I love Coca-Cola, I do. Very rarely will I ever buy it because it always comes up with this. Here's the price, here's the premium, 40 cents on a $67 stock. No, that's not 1%. What stock is this? That's Coca-Cola. User Ed, what's your opinion on advanced auto parts for Monday? Now, I am short on advanced auto parts, okay? Every once in a while, you'll do a trade, and every once in a while, it will backfire on you. So just get ready for that, because it will happen. And don't think you are super duper special just because it's you. Nope. Everybody loses, everybody wins. It all depends on where you are and how consistent can you have everything going in your favor. So, advanced auto parts. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, fine. Let's zoom in a little closer. Gonna need the glasses for that one. Even though it's a huge screen, I still need the glasses to see the smaller numbers. 90 days, the last 3 months. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, fine. I'm okay with it. Now let's go to the 30 days. What does the last 30 days look like? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it is going up, but what happened on Friday? Because Thursday is the 30-day high. Now, you get the 30-day bottom here, shoots up to the 30-day high. What do you think normally happens? Well, normally there's usually profit taken, the stock drops. So, yeah, I'm not looking at advanced auto parts for next week. James, will you be turning? Okay, I got that one. Tom, T-Mobile has free coverage in Canada and Mexico. Thanks, Tom. Which of your books would you recommend for a person who is new to covered calls but has several years experience trading? Ooh, Elvin, that's a good question. I would say it would be book number 14, but here's the thing. I finished it last February. Not this February, last February. And believe it or not, I still haven't uploaded it online. There's a lot of things I just don't know how to do. Now, I know how to upload it online, but where am I uploading it to? Okay, we're trying to get away from Amazon and trying to put all my books into my own website. That way I don't have to share the commissions with them. But we're working on that. Alrighty. Is the rate cut built in now? Dog Face Pony Soldier. Now that's an interesting name. Kind of curious where you came up with that one. Do you short the options? No, I don't. Lucas. Smart move. Thank you, Cleaning Takeover. Okay, Edward Paperhands. Yeah, Ben, B-E-N, Ben Franklin. That is a monthly. I don't do monthly. What if EXP is the Friday BEN? All right, not quite sure what you mean by that. So, Dogface, I'm not 100% sure what you mean is the rate cut built in now. Okay, yeah, the interest rate does have something to do with the option prices. It does. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. But do you really want to go into the Greeks when it comes to options? Well, I didn't teach my daughter anything about the Greeks because they're confusing. And if you want to explain to them about the Greeks, well, you might as well do the Fibonacci chain. You might as well do relative strength index. You might as well do the MACD. You might as well do the moving averages, the 20-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, the 30-day moving. You might as well throw all that crap in there too. Now you're overwhelming a 9-year-old. And now it's not 10 minutes a day anymore. Now it's more. So no, I didn't go into anything about the Greeks because Hey, Sherry, how you doing? The Greeks have nothing to do for a 9-year-old making a decision. YouTube AI test. I saw you on YouTube show. Oh, cool. I gotta get rid of some of these people on YouTube. That's just totally inappropriate crap. Do you use CFTC, COT data for weekly predictions? Coder, I don't. Okay? I look at simplicity. That's all. Remember, it's created for a 9-year-old. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. For a 9-year-old, you've got to remember who it was created for. Hold on a second. Considering some of you asking questions about the little princess, let's bring her up. Just for the fun of it. Here we go. Funny thing is that earlier today, we had a family meeting and the little princess was there. And I kept telling the little princess, people keep asking about you. They keep asking, are you still trading? I said, you're welcome to come online anytime you want. All right. Okay. Hold on one second. Videos right there. Ooh, look at that. It's up to 1,200 videos. Oldest. Right there. And here's the little princess herself.
Hi, Dividend. As you being part of my company, which my dad doesn't let me call me that, but I do. Being part of that,
sorry.
You're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks.
So that's the princess there. That's who this was created for. Daddy, can you teach me?
List number 1. If you can buy a different stock every single day, there is a different company paying out dividends.
Yeah! Okay. See, that's the funniest part. I love watching that video over and over and over again because I think that's funny as hell. Because that's what it took to keep a 9-year-old interesting. It had to be funny. It had to be exciting. And Dad was like a big kid. I'm still like a big kid. I'm 61. I have no idea how 61 is supposed to act. I don't. I get outside and run around with the kids in the neighborhood. I roll around in the dirt and the grass with my grandchildren. Well, my grandson, I only got one. But not the point. It's like my mother said, will you ever grow up? I said, Ma, no, I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. All right, so anyway, let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. We don't need this anymore. And let's go back to where we are. Okay, so that was my daughter, JC. The video you saw her, she was 12 at that time. Because when she was 9, we didn't have video capability. So we had to wait. And the very first videos we did was in 2011 and 2012. And it was a pain in the butt. In the technology they had back then, you can go back and look at some of my videos from the 2011, 2012, 2013. The video is crappy because that's what technology was back then. Well, now it's totally different. Now I can stand in front of a camera. Believe it or not, I got 9 iPhones. 6 of them are on right now. It's easy for me to turn on an iPhone, go to TikTok, play. That's it. A live stream. That's it. It's that easy for me. Now they do have software to make it all easier. Great. I have no desire to learn it. I have no problem whatsoever setting up 6 or 8 iPhones right in front of me. Live. Makes it easier for me. That's me. Granted, it's probably easier for someone else, but I have no desire to change. I'm stubborn. How do I get involved with the morning classes? Metalface, how are you doing this evening? Now, I tell people I do not try to sell anything at night. I don't try to sell you anything. So if you want to, top left corner of the screen that you're on right now, top left corner, you click on that, send me a DM with your number. I'll give you a buzz, we'll chat. And I can promise you I'm not going to try to sell you anything. Now, we're working on something right here. My own QR code. You can take a picture of that and they send you all the information of everything I do. So if you have the capability, just picture that and boom. We're still working on it. Still working the bugs out. Anyway. But if you do go to the website, all right, very first page, big black box that says live trading, live daily trading. Just Click on that and I'll take you right through the whole thing. But I usually tell people, call me first, or let me call you first. We'll talk about it, because it's not for everyone. It's slow, it's boring, same stocks over and over and over and over and over again. Think about it. I buy Ford 5-6 times a year because it looks good 5-6 times a year. Microsoft, same thing. When all the gods are smiling down upon me, yep, I'll buy it, I'll take my little profit, and I'll jump out. Because no stock goes up and continues to go up, 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 up. No, there's always a correction somewhere. People like to take profits. I need your best stock pick ever. Dale, how are you today? Lucas, do you always purchase the option closest to the strike price? Do you ever take the option strike price that is more? Okay, number one, Lucas, I don't buy options. I don't. I sell options. 80% of all options expire worthless. So if you're buying options, you get a 20% chance of making money. That's it, 20%. Okay, if I'm selling an option, I have 80% chance of making money. I like my odds better than yours. So no, I don't buy options, I sell them. I'm new on this matter, and I'm looking for guidance. Well, Frido, I am here every single night. Now, I'm live every night from 8:30 until 11. That's 2.5 hours every single night. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I take Friday night off and Saturday night off. Other than that, I'm here every night. You can ask me whatever questions you want. I'll give you an honest answer. Lindarella, you came to Canada and didn't come see me. I was in Ontario. Was I in Ontario? No. Where the hell did I go? Northwest. Which was that? Northwest. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Nope, not Ottawa. Vancouver. That's where I went. Vancouver, Northwest. Because we're looking for a boat that we can go traveling in. Because my next step from here, probably in January, we're going to buy a boat. And we're going to have a traveling show. I'm going to put everything, my vibe screen, along with all my cameras, and I'm going to go from one town to the next, all around the Great American Loop, giving out free advice. Not advice, but free teaching. Okay? Lindarella, terribly sorry, didn't know you lived in Canada. And I did say last week I was going to Canada. Uh-oh. Hold on. Back up. What did I just see? Joe. Uh-oh. Cody. Hey, James, is there a time? Okay, rude dude. Hey, rude dude. Haven't seen you for a while. Sit tight. Jimmy B, what is a good nest egg to start your investment? I started over 20 years ago with like $12,000. I actually refinanced my house. I took a mortgage out of my house to do this. The wife was pissed. The Dog, 55 homes. Jag, gotta love it. CCPJSW, okay. Nanny Crypto, how you doing? Gregory W, okay, Sabro, what's going on? Life's a journey, yes it is. 9 to 5 day trader, cool beans. Now, 9 to 5 trader, I tried that once ago, long time ago. I don't like sitting in front of my computer. I don't. All right, so Cody wants to take a look at Ford. Oh, look at this. What's going on there? All right, so here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, what's going on there? 1168. The 1150s are going for 27. I'm losing 18. Take 18 off that. I'm walking away with 9. No, that doesn't work. The 1868, 1885, 10. No, sorry. Ford doesn't work. Don't get me wrong. I think it was 3 years ago, Ford was one of my number one producers. Not this year. Not this year. Now, Joe Delby wants to take a look at SCHD. SCHD. There it is right there. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, what's going on there? Well, number one, I don't like SCHD. Let's find out why. Okay, Mr. Joe? Now, Mr. Joe, you like it, perfect. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever if you like it. let me tell you what I think of SCHD. And yep, we are going right to the profits. Is this company consistently profitable? Yes or no. It either is or it isn't. SCHD, right there you go. Dividends only. Okay? Number one, it only goes back to 2011. So, no, it's not 20 years old. That's one strike. Let's take a look at the numbers. 4 cents, 4.6, 6.8, 6.9, 8.6, 6.6. That's backwards one time. 7.5, 7.7, 8.3, 8.2. That's backwards twice. 9.1, 9, that's 3 times. 10, 9.9, 4 times. 10, 9.9, 9.0, 5 times. 9.9, 10, 8.1, oh, that's 6 times. 13, 10, backwards again. 11, 11.4, 11.5. 8, that's 7 times. 13, 12, 12 times. 13, 11, 13 times. 14, 16, 15. Okay, this is just like, no. Okay, I don't like SCHD. Number one, it's not 20 years old. Number two, it's not consistently profitable. Now you're probably wondering, what does he mean by consistently profitable? Well, let's find one. Now, this is what I mean by consistently profitable. This is Microsoft. Now, Microsoft does go back more than 20 years. Goes back all the way to 80. See, Microsoft has been paying dividends since 1986. I don't want to go back that far. I want to go back just to 2005. Because 2005 to today is 20 years. So let's take a look. 2005, 8 cents. 2006, 9. 2007, 10. 11, 13, 16, 20, 23. 28, 31, 36, 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75, 83. Every single year, that number got higher and higher and higher and higher. That is what I consider consistency of profitability. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Every year, the number got higher and higher and higher. Well, Microsoft made money every single year. Well, then why the hell not buy Microsoft? Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Thank you, Michael. EC, what's going on? Shannon, Bila, go on. Jay Skinner, Terry Marchand, I don't know. Michael, what's going on there, Mr. Michael? My mistake is selling the AAP at 62. Alexander wants to take a look at 3M. Take a look at NVT. What the hell is NVT? Anybody? NVT. Hell no. That was quick, wasn't it? Who came up with that one? Corey, when I say monthly options, okay, September, October, November, December, that's probably what you're thinking. No, I want weekly. No. Sorry, so sad. 3M. 1, 2, 3. 3M again. It's been in business for over 100 years. Consistently profitable. Okay. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. That's where it is. What are the numbers? What does it look like? Where is it going? Well, these are all valid questions, and this is what you should be asking yourself before you buy anything. Uh-oh. Corey, I say, ha. Okay, I see. Thank you. You're welcome, Corey. Oh, Ben wants to take a look at Halliburton. Yeah. Dow. Yeah. ADM. Archer Daniel Midland. All right. Ben, we'll take a look at those in a second. Hold on. How can I find stocks that give weekly monies? All right. User 81635030050026. Why couldn't your parents name you Adam? Or Al? Ben? Bart? Whatever. Why the numbers? Why can't your parents name you something normal? You want to find out where to find weekly optionable stocks? CBOE.com. CBOE.com. Chicago Board Options Exchange.com. Right in the top, search weekly optionable stocks. It'll give you a list of every single stock that has a weekly option on it. All right, Ben. I'm a big fan of Archer Daniel Midland. Me too. All right, first and foremost, Halliburton. Oh, wait a minute. We're looking at, I'm going to say no to 3M this week. Let's just zoom in and get it done and out of the way. Okay, 30 days ago would be the 14th, right there. Okay. 30-day high, 30-day low. Down, up, down, up. I don't buy anything at the high. For me, the high is the time to sell, not to buy. You make most of your money buying low, selling high. Okay, hold on. Okay, Ben, let's take a look at this. Halliburton, and I used to have some Halliburton. I think I got rid of my Halliburton. Okay. $22.23, $22.50, 34 cents. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's take a deeper dive. A year ago, $28.54. High of the year, $11.25. That was the end of November last year. Yet your bottom right there in April, that was $18.73. The last 90 days, last 3 months, same thing. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Let's just go like this. It's in a downward trend. It is. But here's bottom here. Shoots up, pulls back, now she's up. But now we have 2 down days in a row. So now, let's go look a little closer. Get a little closer. Okay. Top, bottom. Okay, sideways, up, down, No. Sorry. Gotta wait a little while for this thing to come back down again. Dow, same thing. DOW, another company, been in business over 100. Ooh, I like this one. Look at this. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Down, sideways, down, up. Simple, right? Now let's go to the numbers. Big number on the board, 2504. 25 is going for 62. That's over 2%. And I like the chart. Well, let's take a gander at it. You ready? Year ago, 50.70. Top of the year, 56. Bottom of the year, right there a couple of weeks ago, 20. Now, this is something I need to point. I need to stop what I'm doing and point this out. Because a lot of people are going to panic. You ready? Top's $55. $55 is the high of the year. So what we're looking at. Right now, the low is 20. That, my friends, is more than a 55% drop. Now, if you buy something and it drops 55%, do you have it in you to keep your calm and not sell at a loss? Remember rule 2? Well, rule 2 kind of stands with rule number 1 because they kind of go together. Number 1 is never buy something you're not okay with holding, no matter what happens to it. You remember you stand in front of your family friends? Do you promise to honor, love, cherish, blah, 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 till death do you part? Yeah. Do you promise to buy this and never sell it until you're in a profit? Well, if I'm buying it at $25.04, I'm selling it at $25, I'm bringing in 62, that's more than 2%. And look at it. Here's the bottom. You don't get any lower than the bottom, and that was just a couple of weeks ago. Okay, now she's going up from the bottom of the year. Not the bottom of the week, Not the bottom of the month or the bottom of the quarter, the bottom of the year. Here's the high of the year, here's the low of the year. Now she's bouncing, going back up again. Well, do you like Dow? Do you know who they are? Do you know what they do? Is it a company you're okay with owning? Well, let's take a look. Okay, time is ticking away, so we're going to go right to the last 30 days and bypass some of that other stuff. Okay, so here's your last 30 days. Here's the bottom. Here's the top. Goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. What's going on here? Okay, is it time? Because the bottom's here is 1 day to the upside. Okay, even Friday had a higher high. There's bottom, high, higher. So tomorrow, if she's above 24, 20, I'll jump in. So let's take a look at Dow at 25. Let's get rid of this. Let's change this to covered stock. Go to the 25 right there. One contract at the market. Here we go. Here's Johnny by one. Covered call Dow. 19 September. That's this Friday. The $25 call option against the stock to market to open. Blah, blah, blah. $59. It cost me $2,400. Well, let's find out what that is. Does it make sense? Do I like Dow? Am I willing to hold it until it hits my target? Well, guess what? If I'm buying at 25.04 and I'm selling it at 25, what do you think? All I have to do is just stay where it is or go up. Think about it. Do I like Dow? Jump in, get my percentage, jump out. All it has to do is just stay where it is or go up. It can even come down a little bit as long as it's above 25 by Friday. Calculator. 59 profit divided by 2441, grand total of 2.4% for 1 week. Remember, if 1% a week is 50% a year, what's 2.4% per week? Think about it. That's over 100% a year. I'm writing Dow down. I am. Dow down. Alrighty. Yeah. Michael, or that Michelle. I don't know, Michelle Wolford. Maura, good evening. Germ Banji, Dustin, Tommy Boy, what's going on? Harry X. Love and happiness. How about love and marriage? Love and marriage. Ali A.I. Sabanch. Okay, I don't know if I said that right. Jake, Sip, what's going on? Thank you there, Michael. Akati, Akitapest. Okay. George, what's going on? George Grayson. John, Julie, Jamal, David, Woody, Grady, Ken, what's going on? Fernando, que pasa, amigo? Yamahats. Chris, Boss Man, what's going on? CBR Flyer. Jeff the Chief, Infamous Fogel, Ink Ritual. Eric, what's going on, everyone? All right, Stephen, thank you for that. Alrighty. No other questions you guys have over here? Just all saying hi? What ticker symbol is that? Stephen wants... Steve, we already looked at Alcoa. Sorry, we did. It was the very first one we looked at. Don't you need to own 100 shares? Absolutely. But it depends. Okay, if you want to do a covered call, you need 100 shares. If you want to take advantage of dividend capturing 2.0, kind of like the same thing, we're using the same criteria. Looking at dividend stocks on the calendar, getting ready to move to the upside. Okay? Dividend stocks have a tendency to increase just before the dividends. So by knowing that information, you don't need to buy 100 shares to capture the dividend. Tom, Ottawa. Gates Goza, how are you today? James, I missed the call. Terribly sorry, dude. Okay, I call people. People send me the number. I give them a call. I can't help it if you're not there. You don't answer the phone. Actually, I know, I hate this, really do, because it's not me. Okay, we're getting, I think it's called Calendly, allowing people to set up a time when I call back. So I'm trying to find out a time that works for me for calling people back. I usually just pick up the phone. No, I missed this live. Oh, sorry. Oh, Gates wants to take a look at Intel. Ugh, Intel. Intel's been doing something freaky lately, but let's take a look at it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. And ready to go, Gates. Here we go. INTC. INTC. Here we go. And take a look at that. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up. That's it. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, it's basically going up. Intel. Do you like Intel? It's at 24.06. If I buy it, I'm going to be selling the 24. I'm going to buy it 24.06 and turn around and sell it at 24. Well, what does that look like? 24.08. See, that's why I need glasses. Don't get old. It ain't no fun. 24.08, the 24 is going for 55. That's almost 2%. Remember, I'm losing 8 cents at the top. So if I buy it 24.08 and I sell it at 24, I lose 8 cents. You take 8 cents off of that. Now I'm walking away with 47. 47, that's just a tiny bit below 2%. Because 48 would be 2% of 24. Because 1% of 24 is 24. Isn't that weird? 1% of $24 is 24 cents. Think about it. All right, anyway. Okay, so here we go. Zoom in. Here we have it. Here's our last 30 days. Okay? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, sideways. Now, stocks don't go sideways. They go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But it looks like it's sideways because it stayed before 24 and 25 for the last 1, 2, 3, 3.5 weeks. It's just staying in that range. They call it channeling is what they call it, or range trading. They have a lot of different names for all kinds of weird stuff. But do you like Intel? Now, I'm not going to do Intel. Well, I already own it, but 2 down days in a row doesn't blow any wind up my skirt. There, Gates. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. Let's keep on keeping on. Got to make a best of. What is the ticker? Okay, Steven. Okay, Steven Wilder. Oh, Wild, whatever. Steven. We already did Alcoa at the beginning of the show. Okay, so if you like Alcoa. Now remember, this here is being recorded at this moment in time. It's live on YouTube, and it is being recorded. So you can go back and rewatch the whole thing over again. Alcoa was the very first stock we looked at, and it came in a nice, big, fatty number. It was. You'll like it. Now, I'm not telling you to buy it. Okay, I'm not giving you advice. I'm not giving you a tip. I'm just saying it was an observation. I looked at the numbers. I looked at the charts. Everything is smiling in that direction. Okay, I don't give tips. I don't give advice. I just give observations. Okay, you give me a ticker symbol, I'll throw it in, I'll take a look at it, and I'll give you my opinion. And it's only my opinion. That's all it is. Silly Starry Ompas. How are you today? So let's keep on keeping on. What's expiration date and strike? Okay, not quite sure what you mean, Z. He always does 1 week. Thank you. How long do I wait to trade on Monday? Gabriel, I can't tell you what to do. And I have no interest whatsoever trying to tell anyone anything. I don't. Okay? I just show you. No, I'm completely open and honest. I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. As a matter of fact, I share 3 of my accounts openly. So you can take a look at everything that I am personally trading. Okay? However, when I buy on a Monday, I buy at the market open. So as soon as the market opens at 9:30, by 9:31, my stock is filled and my option is sold. I'm past the point where I count pennies. If I'm getting 1% or more, I really don't care how much more than 1% because I'm not at that point. See, I'm going to give you a quote from Conan the Barbarian. Okay? Now, Conan didn't say this. It was one of the kings. He said this. At some point in every man's life, diamonds cease to shine. Jewels lose their luster. Money has no meaning. At some point in your life, that will happen to you too. You may not think so at this moment in time, but after you have a near-death experience, everything changes. After life comes and passes you by and you see your friends that you went to school with, Mike sat right behind me for like 7 years. Now, Betsy, she sat in front of me for 12 years. Okay, 12 years through school, elementary school, all the way to high school. Betsy sat in front of me. Mike sat behind me. Mike's gone now. Okay, Tom, two rows over, 2 chairs back. Okay, he's gone now too. People you go to school with will slowly start disappearing. And as they disappear faster and faster, you come to terms with your own mortality. Well, I've come and seen that already. So I don't look at the pennies anymore. As long as I'm making over 1%, I'm good. Because I just have my bills to take care of. That's it. All right, let's keep on going. Chris, holy cow, 99 more questions, boy. Uh-oh, I missed all those. Let's go back. Let's go back. Where are we? Wow. BOFA, Bank of America. Well, BOFA, I appreciate your effort. BOFA is Bank of America. It's actually BAC. Gabriel, keep my strike at or above what I paid for it. Okay, thank you. Gabriel, right, but if it plummets, that's always my worry. Okay, Gabriel, let me explain something to you. Number one, if you're worrying about a stock dropping, they all do. Every single one. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. You need to get it fixated in your head. Just because you buy something, that does not guarantee it's going to go up. Nope. As a matter of fact, you will lose money at some point in time. The whole idea of this investing in America, because that's basically what we're doing. We are buying American stocks of companies that are here in America. Okay, I don't know very much about anything offshore. I don't. On the other side of the pond, I'm not totally clueless, but I try not to spend my time on something that has nothing to do with me. But never, rule one, never ever buy something you're not okay with owning long term, because you just might have to. Number two, never ever sell for a loss. So many times, I'm going to show you something. You're going to find it funny. I find it not so funny, but it is true. It is factual. Okay? Now, this is IBM. Okay, we all know who IBM is. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, I got into IBM at 285, way up here. It dropped all the way down here to 232. Now it's at 253. Well, how do you think I felt? That's a big-ass drop, and I'm the one here teaching it. 285, and it dropped down to here. Did I panic? No. All I did is I changed my approach a little bit. So at 285, I sold the 285s. I got a nice premium. Thank you. I will collect the dividends. Thank you again. But as she dropped down to here, okay, I'm not selling the 285s because they're worthless. Okay, at here, at 235, I'm selling the 240s. And then we got up to 240, now I'm selling the 245s. Now when it's at 250, I'm selling the 255s or the 260s. I always like to bring in some money. So no matter where my purchase price is, which on IBM it's at 285, okay, it's currently at 253. So more than likely I'll probably sell the 257s or the 260s. Now it's not going to give me 1%, but it will give me something. And guess what? If I never ever sell it, as soon as they have a dividend, I'm collecting it. As soon as they have a weekly option, I'm collecting something. So I continue to collect the dividends, and I continue to collect a premium every single week, even though it's down from where I bought it. 285, now it's way down here. Well, now it's here. Always have cash flow coming in. always keep in mind, what did I buy it for? What did I sell against it? Where's it at now? What does that mean? I have 2 goals in mind every single week. 1, consistency of profitability, and 2, preservation of my capital. Okay? Brent, B-O-F-A, Bank of America. It's actually B-A-C. Okay? There it is. It's going to be a big fat no for this week. Don't get me wrong. I love Bank of America. I do. I don't love them. I think they suck as a bank, but it's not the point. As a company, okay, they have been in business for over 100 years. And yes, they continue. Yeah, okay, anyway. So here's the bottom. Shoots up. Here's the high. I don't buy anything at the high, so I'm not even going to bother looking at it. How often are your covered calls assigned? Maybe once or twice a month, depending which account. Because I have 7 different accounts, okay? I share 3 of them publicly, so you get to see exactly what I'm doing. The other 4 I'm not going to share, and don't even ask, okay? But on one account, 4 or 5 every single week will get assigned. Other account, maybe 1 or 2 will get assigned every week. Some accounts, I don't like any of them getting assigned because they all have a different objective. Let's keep on going. Gabriel, for me too, but I usually take very low deltas to be safe on puts and calls. Smart move, Miss Gabriel. How often? Okay, we already got that question. Gabriel, that's why he looks at stocks bouncing off the bottom. There are no guarantees. Tyler, you're right, but there are 3 guarantees. 3. Okay, now you guys know what 2 of them are. I want to see who knows what the 3rd one is. How often? Okay, we already typed that question. Miranda, never buy a stock that doesn't pay a dividend or you're willing to own forever. Good advice. It almost sounds familiar. Almost. Tom, how often? You asked that question 3 times already, Tom. Only ask a question once. I can see where they are. Right. So what's the play then if it plummets? Got a hold but don't want to get called. Okay. Let's get my seat so I get comfortable so we answer some questions. You got what? 20 minutes left? And we still got a whole bunch of questions. Okay. So, Gabriel, the plan. Number 1, I don't have any stocks in my control whatsoever that does not have a weekly option against it. So every single stock I have, I collect something from it. 1%, 2%, 3%, 0.5%, 0.25%. Money coming in is money coming in. That's the way I look at it. Let's keep on moving. The only Greek I use when I sell options is the delta. I pick a 20 delta when selling puts. Hey, the knowledgeable investor back again. Nice to see you. For calls, I'm more aggressive and sell calls right at my cost basis or a little above to capture. Well, that sounds wise too. Again, won't get called away if you always sell a strike above your buy price. Okay, that makes sense too. Wow, you guys are making sense. Like almost like, why should I be here? Okay, share price appreciation. I'm not looking for, see, he's looking for share price appreciation. I'm not. I'm looking for cash flow. 2 totally different things. All right, Tom, please do me a favor. Stop asking the same question over and over and over again. You only need to ask a question once. I can read pretty darn good. How can I find the stocks that give money? Okay, we already asked that question. Intel, don't miss, got it. All right. Wine and Sacks, how you doing tonight? Cuckster, how you doing, brother? Dow, we already did Dow. Bishop, how are you? Ford Motor, we already looked at that one. Okay, Brent Fletcher. Oh, Fletchner. Yeah, we already looked at BOFA. It's actually BAC. MSTR. Uh-oh. Lemonade Mimosa. Ooh, I've never had one of those. He wants to take a look at MSTR. MSTR. Interesting. Okay. Got your high, got your low. Look at this. The low is at 125. The high is at 550. Well, no, that's nice. But let's go and see how profitable this MSTR is. Okay? MSTR. Because I'm not looking for the stock to jump up through the roof. What I'm looking for is to collect the dividends. And this thing has no dividends. So why are we even looking at it? Alrighty. Okay. Miranda, if it plummets, you keep selling calls above your purchase price until it goes back. Yeah, that makes sense. Buy price plummets, buy on hold, blah, 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 blah. Collect dividends, sell calls, collect premiums. That makes sense too, Tyler. Yep, that's what I do. Keep selling calls above my cost basis until it gets called away. Yeah, that makes sense too. Exactly. Okay. Not lemons, premiums. Yep. Can I get a one-on-one? Yeah. Mr. Truth Explorer. Okay, you're on TikTok. Okay, top left corner. Okay, go up to top left corner. Click on that. Little window will open up. DM me your number. I'll give you a buzz. Okay, free. I promise I won't try to sell you anything. Have I tried to sell anyone anything tonight? No. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to enlighten. Also, I'm here to say hi to my kids, because my kids and my grandkids at some point will have only this left of me. Just keep, yep, get that one. All right, Miranda, sometimes that's how life goes, but he looks at the stocks moving up, down from the low. Yeah, see, if you're watching the stock, okay, now, see, I have a hard time with this. Most adults will spend more time, money, and energy on planning a family barbecue or a weekly get-together than they do on their own personal finances. Now, we are the only species on this planet that's got to pay to live here. So directly to the degree in which you want to have a comfortable life, well, you're going to have to pay it. You're going to have to pay for it. You want to live on the beach? You're going to have to pay more. Okay? You want to live in the woods in a tent? You get to pay less. But we all have to pay to live here. Okay? So, make a wise decision. Is the company you're thinking of putting your money into, thank you for that, Brenda, that was very nice. If the company you're thinking about putting your money into, well, they're either profitable or they're not. They either fit or they don't. It's actually that simple. Yes or no? Anyway, let's keep on going. All right. Oh, that's soothing on the throat. Gabriel, all right. What do you think of Lyft? Lyft is a new company. They have not been around for 20 years. Okay, I will look at Lyft when they have 20 years of profits. Okay, you got to remember, stock market's been around for over 400 years. Lyft is relatively new. Doesn't thrill me at all. I'm 61. Okay, I remember a world where there was no Lyft. I don't remember a world where there's no Coca-Cola, Pepsi, IBM, AT&T, ExxonMobil, Hess, British Petroleum, Home Depot, Lowe's. Those companies I grew up with. Well, I know who they are. Lululemon and Lyft, no, they're not old enough. They haven't been around. They have not paid their dues to society yet. Terribly sorry. SOXL, no. It's not profitable consistently. Dan, but the Dividend Kings is 50 years of increased dividend. Big difference. Increased dividends. That means every single year the dividend gets higher and higher and higher and higher. Okay, there are companies that have dividends longer than 50 years, but they don't consistently increase them. That's why they're a dividend king. It's 50 years, 5 decades of increased profits. It means every year, higher and higher and higher. Okay, thanks. Gabriel, yes, exactly. It's just a pretty chunk of change to buy into some things like Target and Johnson & Johnson. I'm going to agree with him. Well, there are other ones out there that fit just as well as Target and Johnson & Johnson. Let's keep on keeping on. What do we do? What are we doing? Whether live in a world that has important questions that can't yet be answered, or live in a world with illogical answers that can't be questioned. Ugh. Half hawk, half man. Interesting questions there. Buy an ETF that mirrors the NASDAQ. Nobody ever beats the markets for long. Okay. If you think there's nothing wrong with thinking, you can think whatever you want. There are plenty of people that beat the market year after year after year. 71, about $61. That's not high enough. Make sure you know all 5 rules. Don't get caught focusing on certain stocks. Yep. I know 8, be right, 4 for 5 rules, blah, 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 blah. Gabriel, investors for sure, options are great. A little Monday and then a little time Friday. What do we think about Lyft? We already talked about that one. LDI. Robert, what is LDI? Anybody know what LDI is? LDI. Well, let's find out. What is LDI? Loan Depot. Okay. I'm going to say no to Loan Depot only because they've only paid out 5 dividends. 2021 and once 2022. So LDI is going to be a no. Sorry. Okay. Stephen, I've gotten 2% for 2 weeks now. 4% is okay for a few weeks. It will be back up. Okay. He does weekly options. Yep. Bro's up on the blue chips. Oh, Bro's just giving blue. All right. Robert, I understand you're unsatisfied with blue chip stocks. Well, I'm terribly sorry. Okay? I'm not a boomer. I'm a Gen X. Sorry. I don't associate with boomers. Okay? I'm terribly sorry you feel that blue chip stocks aren't profitable enough for you. It works for me, and that's why I'm here. Dan, true. I am calling you tomorrow when I land. All right, Danny B. I leave for the airport at noon. All right. A lot of stocks to research and choose from. Problem is research Sunday. Okay. Then Monday open, all the numbers are wacky and different. Okay. Just check out the 40 or so stocks he does weekly. That would kind of make sense if you think about it. You build up a list of 100, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh. Gabriel, I'm in Palm Beach. Actually, Gabriel, I'm going to be down in the Palm Beach, Miami area. I got 3 boats to look at down there. Hollywood, Miami, and Isla Mirada. Okay, Gabriel, you like QQQ as well, but to sell puts on it daily would tie up 58,000. Okay. You have fun with that one. All right. Safely hit 20 else a day, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I really don't need to be involved with this question. You guys are doing pretty good on your own. All right. 2% nicely done, blah, blah, blah. All right, blah, blah, blah. What's that? All right, Dan. Now we're getting out of that conversation. Dan wants to take a look at K-View. K-V-U-E. Ooh, look at that. That looks interesting, doesn't it? Get your top, you got your bottom. Look at this big drop here. Finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up again. Let's zoom into that, see what it looks like. Wait a minute. Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to get up for this one. All right. K-View. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's bouncing off the bottom. Okay, the bottom of the year. Last week. You can't get any lower than the bottom of the year. Buy low, sell high. Now, am I saying anything that you've never heard before? Buy low, sell high. Everybody's heard that one. Okay, let's keep on going. So, K-View. A year ago, 23.45. She drops, she jumps. High of the year, first week of May. Bottom of the year just recently. Right there, here we go. Here's your last 30 days. Okay? Your high, your low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up. Okay, bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days to the upside. We're at $18.99. The 19 is going for 38. That's 2%. But do you like K-View? Does it make sense? Are you okay with that current price? $18.99. You can't get any closer to 19 than $18.99. Right there, right there. Let's see what it looks like. Why not? K-View, why not? Let's see. Whoops, I need those. Change it to covered stock. There we go. The 19's right there. There we go. And boom, 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 boom. Mr. Sandman, send me a dream. Here we go. Here's Johnny by one. Covered call K-View. 19 September 25. That's this coming Friday. The $19 call option against the stock at the market to open. Here's the profit, $47.50. $1,800 is what I'm putting up. Well, think of it. It's just like a soda machine. Hey, I'm buying a soda machine. It's costing me $1,800. What's it giving me this week? $47. What about next week? Maybe 40. Maybe 38. Maybe 22. Who knows? If you're buying a weekly cash producing asset, does it really matter how much it gives you every single week as long as it's giving you money every single week? Well, let's find out. This week, $47.50. $47.50 divided by a whopping $1,853 gives me 2.5%. Well, think about it. 2.5%. That's 1 week. 2 weeks, that's 5%. 1 month, that's 10%. At 2.5% every single week. Well, think about it. See, what out of everything I said, there's only one thing I really want you to take away from this. That's question number one. Always, always, always. Does it make sense? That's it. That's a very big question. Does it make sense? Now, you should never listen to some bonehead online. Well, that's who I am. I'm some bonehead. You don't know who I am. Now, for those you send me a number and I get to call and talk to you, because there are a few people in the audience that I have talked to that have sent me that number, and I did call. Because I do. I don't pass it off to someone else. I'll call you personally. And I do. I guarantee I will not try to sell you anything. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here for education. I'm here to answer questions. Because I believe it is a sin to take everything to the grave with me. Okay? You will get to a point. Some of you will get to a point. Does it make sense to take all the knowledge I have with me to the grave? No. For me, it doesn't. So like 2 or 3 years ago, it's like, I'm pretty much okay. I should probably share what I know. Also, I'm making a video, diary for my children and my grandchildren. So when I am gone, they'll say, hey, who's Papa G? I keep hearing his name. What has he done? Well, the videos will be here. I get videos going all the way back to 2011. So I'm kind of thinking my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren will have some kind of idea how to invest money. Because stock market's been around for over 400 years. Okay? It's still going to be here when I'm long gone. And I'm going to guess. Okay? I don't know 100%. But I'm going to guess. Everybody here in the audience will come and go, and the stock market will still be here. Because that's what people do. They try and get a better life than what they had. My children already have a better life than I ever had. But can they do the same for their kids? I'm kind of hoping so. All right, we got 5 minutes left. Let's see how many questions I can get to. Again, thank you, Brenda. Big Cheese. I love Target. Mike, Elba, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Interesting. YO Clip, dude, how are you today? Dell, gotta love Dell. Target, NBiz. Jonathan, I'm not quite sure what that is. Back tomorrow. Mia, don't put your number here, kiddo. All right, you get some weird people calling you. Where was I? Whoops, get that out of the way. KVU, we did. BC, I have no idea what that means. LDI, we already looked at that one. No. British Columbia, yeah, British Columbia. Vancouver is in British Columbia. That's where I was. Hey, 86 is in the house. Wade Wilder, how you doing? Antoinette, I love that name. Antoinette O'Keefe, how are you today? Don Cheppy, okay. Marianne, how are you? Milano, way longer than Facebook. Absolutely. Social media is 6861. I'm a lion. I'm lion. Okay. Do you look at the RSI, WKMT? No, I don't. B Rad Daddy, LUV, Southwest Airlines. Dell, ooh, I like both of those. Viking Therapeutic, I'll have to check tomorrow. Okay, check tomorrow. MPW, Paul will check tomorrow. MPW, never mind, not a problem. How do you make 1% a week in options? Levi, how are you today? Okay, you're relatively new here, Levi. So keep coming back. I'm here every night. Okay, so I have videos, a couple hundred on TikTok. I get over 1,200 on YouTube. You know, to YouTube, you can see. I actually walk through examples every single night. Best stocks to sell, covered calls. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. 290. So when IBM starts to rise, you are down significantly and you get a sign. What do? Okay, so you're making the assumption, okay, and I get kind of insulted when people make that assumption, because the assumption you're making, when IBM starts to rise, which it's going to do, you are down significantly, which I am, and you get assigned. No, I will not get assigned. Okay, I look at my stocks every single day. Okay, I've been doing it for over 30 years. Well, because I knew 30 years ago that, yeah, I'm either going to do it myself or I'm going to rely on someone else. So as IBM goes up, I will adjust my position accordingly, so I do not have the risk of being assigned. So if you're going to look at it once a month, you probably shouldn't be playing this game. Okay, this game here is for those who don't mind, 5 minutes a day. Because it doesn't take long. What did I buy it for? $285. What did I sell? I sold this week's $255s. Okay, what's it at now? Okay, what does that mean for me? What should I do next? These are all simple, valid questions. Never, ever, ever sell for less than what you paid for it. Now, if I sell a covered call less than what I paid for it, you're going to be damn straight that I'm going to be keeping my eye on that. No desire to lose whatsoever. And I can guarantee you 100%, I have no desire to go back into the workforce. My first job was, I think I was like 11 or 12 years old. Okay, 1970, I think it was 1973, 1974, I think it was. Okay, Old Man Simmons Farm. Okay, I've been working for over 50 years. That's 5 decades that I've been working. I have no desire to put that on the line for a stupid mistake. So yeah, I look every single day, sometimes twice a day, because that is important to me. All right, we've got 1 minute left to go. HutchMass is not really different. HutchMass Ford is an underperforming stock. Yeah, I get that. Don't get me wrong. I like Ford. I really do. And then we looked at Ford about 20, 30 minutes ago. The numbers just didn't match up. Okay? So HutchNest. Okay? I did take a look at Ford. Mike Sweeney. Why, when I go to the website, I see mostly all trades that say calendar? Oh, because when you roll an option forward, I buy back one option and then I sell another. That's actually a calendar spread. It's called rolling forward. So an option spread is when you buy one option and then you sell another. So a covered call, you buy a stock, you sell an option. That's a covered call. Great. Well, now I'm in the covered call. Friday comes. What happens? Do I roll it into next week? And if I roll it into next week, I have to buy back the option I sold and then sell at one further out. And by doing that, buying one option, selling another, that is called a calendar spread. Okay? But it's still the same thing. Buying one, selling another. Manolo. Report. Trump pushes deadline on the banned TikTok sale thing again. Okay. What goes? Same for Uber. Absolutely. Hi, I'm Mia. Okay, Mia. Don't put your phone number here. Send it to a DM. Direct message just to me. How do I schedule a call? Okay, Mimcast. Top left corner. Dividend Stock Talk. Top left corner. Go there. Okay, a little window will pop up with an envelope. That's mail. You send me a mail, say, hey, James, give me a buzz. Send me a number. I personally will give you a call. I do not do cryptocurrency. I don't do Forex. I don't do anything except for dividend investing, weekly cash flow. You will, all of you, you will get emails. You will get text messages saying that it's from me. Well, I'm telling you right here, right now, I don't do that. All right? There are over 30 people pretending to be me. And some of them are getting really good at it. They actually take videos of me, and then they do that AI crap and saying, hey, this is James talking to you. No, that's not me. If I don't actually call you on the phone, all right, and you answer, say hello, yeah, we'll have a conversation. And I sound almost, everybody says, James, you sound the exact same. Well, yeah, because it's me. Okay, so yeah, I don't do WhatsApp. I don't do Telegram. I don't do Snapchat. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm old school. So old school, I write shit down. I don't trust computers. It's a funny thing because I'm here on a computer, but yeah, it is what it is. But for the important stuff, yeah, I write that stuff down. Moniker, send me a friend request. Thank you, Moniker. We'll take that one in. All right, so let's keep on going. Pedro, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? How can I get a tour website? Oh, to my website. Top left corner. Right there. Just click on that. 290 calls me a boomer. Thank you. What are my thoughts on UPS? UPS, we already looked at that today. Ben Grissom. Is he reading TikTok stream questions or which one? Ben, let me explain something to you for you, Will, if you don't mind. Okay, Ben. I get 6. I'm actually live podcasting on 9 different channels. 9. So you're not the only one here. So you got one channel there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and I got 4 or 5 down here. Okay, I don't know how to answer the emails, the ones down here. I feel sorry for those people. But eventually we're bringing in more people, and then we'll get to all the questions. So that being said, yeah, I do read the questions, but there are so many other platforms asking questions, I can't read just one and ignore all the other ones. Okay, so I answer them, and I go through, and I try to switch back and forth. Hollywood's in the house. Delaney, how are you doing today? What's this stock? K-View? Boeing. Prithapal Tour. Dr. Ray Smith, how are you today, Dr. Ray? Manolo, elementary high schools should teach this. Well, schools should teach a lot of things, but they don't. But you're right, I'm going to agree with you. Everyone should learn how to, balance a checkbook, figure out a, monthly budget. Okay? Boeing, we did that one. Elementary, high school, yep. Bum, bum, bum. Ms. Christie, Chris Style. Oh, Ms. Chris Style, okay. Merv, WBD, what is that? 5 minutes a day times how many stocks? 290, I'm not quite sure, because I have 7 different accounts. Most people would have one account. Okay, in that one account, let's say you have 5 positions, 6 positions. What'd you buy it for? What did you sell? What's it at now? What does it mean? What should I do? That's 1 minute right there. See, to take a look at a stock, See if you get this. All right, monitor. Here we go. Yeah, IBM. What did I buy it for? What did I sell? What's it at now? What does it mean? IBM. We already looked at it right there. Okay, I bought it 285. It dropped. Now it's up here. Okay, she was down. Here's the bottom. She shoots up. Now she's pulling back. I'm not too worried about it because she's pulling back at the moment. I will take a look at it tomorrow. I'll take a look at it the next day, Tuesday, then Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm always knowing exactly what my position is. How many do I have here? 5. Okay, DVN, blah, 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 blah. Not that difficult. Okay. Always know where you are. What did I buy it for? What did I sell? What's it at now? What does it mean? What should I do next? It should take you no more than 5 or 10 minutes. What time should we expect a phone call? Okay, so Bishop, so we don't miss your call. PLTR, look at another day. Warner Brothers, Disney. Merv, let's take a look at it another day because we're past 11 o'clock. At this moment in time, if you put your phone number there, I will give you a call. Okay, don't take this wrong. I'll give you a call when I'm damn good and ready. Terribly sorry. It's my life. This is not a business for me. This is just a pastime, a hobby. So yeah, you send me a number, I'll give you a call. I'll pick up the phone. I'll say, all right, here's the number. Let me give him a call. If you don't answer the first time, I'll call you a second time. That's it. 2 times. All right. All right. So those are done. Those ones are done. That's done. That's done. So I got these 2 over here to do. What do we have? AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Let's take a look at that one tomorrow. On Alcoa, I was just answering another. Okay, who was asking? Okay, got it. Okay, Jonathan, NBIS. Let's take a look at that one tomorrow. Tyler, when the princess joined. That's okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Tyler's right. He's quoting about when diamonds lose their shine, jewels cease their luster, gold has no value anymore. Yeah, that's when the princess joined Thulsa Doom cult. Yeah. He's right. Nice going there, Tyler. Bank of America. We already looked at that one. Gabriel, IBM example is perfect for what I'm trying to learn. Gabriel, keep your head. Think smart. Never, ever, ever sell at a loss. So that's super helpful to see real-world example. Yeah, okay. Doesn't help me any. Because, yeah, I understand how the game is played. Yeah. So at the time I bought IBM, everything looked wonderful. It did. But as you'll see, when you play this game, this is not a game for children, not a game for those who panic. Okay? Run and hide. No, this is not for you. Okay? Understand. Buy something you believe in. Okay? I believe in IBM. Okay? It just happened to go the wrong way for me. All right? It went down. Now it's going back up again. Okay, so from 235, it jumped up to 260. So taking a little bit of a profit, it's going to turn around and going to continue back up. It's going to eventually fill that hole over there. That's a gap, and they have a tendency to fill. All right. B-Rad Daddy, LUV, that's Southwest Airlines. Dan B, going back to IBM, when you sell it, are you seeking for what you paid for it? Or your new cost. I don't have a new cost on it. See, I made the mistake with IBM. I bought more than I should have. Okay, I have a limit on how many I want to. Because if your stock goes down, you have a couple opportunities. One, you can push the option out far enough to give you plenty of time for it to go up. Or you can buy some more. See, I bought it 285. It dropped all the way down to 235. I could have bought more and lowered my dollar cost average. But I have 85,000 into IBM. I like to cap all my stuff off at 50. No, I broke the rule. I broke my own rule for IBM. So now I have no other choice for the matter but to wait until it recovers. It's IBM. They ain't going anywhere. They're not going bankrupt next week. Okay, they've been around for a while. Dan B, because of the premiums. No, I don't even take that into consideration. The premiums is the cash flow. Okay, yeah, if I keep collecting premiums, I could lower the dollar cost average that way. No, I don't do that. I bought it at 285. I'm going to sell it at 285. Good, thank you. You're welcome. You sold me enlightenment for $0. Tyler, I'm not quite sure what you mean, but all right. Thank you for that, Tyler. Frenchie, what's happening, Frenchie? K-View is not 20 years old, but is because it's Johnson & Johnson consumer product position. Okay, got it. Okay, Michael, like I tell everyone else, you put something up, I'll take a look at it, I'll give you my opinion. That's it. Can you say again why you won't buy SCHD? Because they're not consistently profitable. That's it. NBIOS is not 20 years old. It's a data center building company. Again, Tyler, I'll tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. I don't make suggestions. I don't give tips. You ask me to take a look at something, I'll put it up, I'll take a look at it. If I say I don't like it, I will give you a reason why I don't like it, and that's my opinion. What I invest in personally is what I invest in personally. You ask me a question, I give you an answer. You ask me about NBIS, I'll take a look at it, and I'll tell you what the numbers look like. Okay, I'll even go and take a look at how often have they increased their dividends. If it's a no for me, it's a no for me. I mean, I wouldn't buy it because they're not, like you said, they're not 20 years old. K-View, same thing. SCHD, we went and we looked at it. I looked at the profits in which SCHD has consistently posted. Well, you either like it or you don't like it. It's actually that simple. Either like it or you don't like it. Well, I don't like it because there's no consistency there. Take a look at Microsoft. Consistently profitable year after year after year. Okay? Coca-Cola, consistently profitable year after year after year. Kraft Heinz, same things, profitable year after year after year. And I'm terribly sorry if you don't like what I like. That's why the world has so many different things. I mean, a Volkswagen will get you point A to point B. Well, so will a Maserati or Tesla or a Lamborghini. They will all get you from point A to point B. Why does one cost $5,000 and the other one costs $50,000 or $500,000? Because different people have different things. Jack of all traders. Hey, love the feed. I've owned Nike for years. Divs are nice, and I hope the turnaround happens. Do I have any? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do have some Nike. I like Nike too. If the numbers work, why not? Bunny the doll. If he doesn't see, he will post the whole video on YouTube later. Yeah, Tyler, Bunny. Yeah, we've already looked at SCHD. Already did. Okay, so when we're done here, you can go back to YouTube and look at tonight's episode because it's being recorded still. And we're past 11, so I'm almost done. I only got a few more questions. Ben Pay. I don't do GameStop. We're here. You hear what I'm saying. I don't do companies that are consistently profitable. GameStop doesn't have dividends, so they're an automatic no. What are your picks for the week? Edward, how are you today? Edward, my picks for the week are Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and then what's on Warren Buffett's list. Do you only buy on Mondays? For the most part, yeah. Do you like to use Dow Change Channel? I never even heard of them. But Alcoa is at a 30-day high. Yeah, I get that. Let's go take a look at Alcoa. Yeah, it is. Look at the high of the year, 48. That was back in November. She drops down to the bottom, 22 in April. From 22 in April, it's like consistently going up. So you need to ask yourself the question. Yeah, it's at a 30-day high. It just had a what do you call it? Okay, she came down, she went up, she came down, she went up, she came down. Now she's going back up again. You need to ask yourself the question, is this something I want to buy? Now, I didn't say I wanted to buy it. Now, I already have Alcoa, so I'm not buying any more. But it is slowly going up, and you cannot deny facts. Okay, keep going back a little bit. Okay, right there. From April low of the year, from the low of the year, April, steady incline going up. Okay, take a look at the high of the year. The high of the year is in the 40s. We're only at 33. We still have a long way to go. This is a TikTok issue. I have no idea what that means. For an awesome thank you. Look at Misty. No, I'm not looking at Misty. All right, Z, why don't you go take a look at Misty? Okay. All right, you go take a look at Misty and take a look at how consistently profitable is MSTY. How many years have they increased their profits consistently? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for safety, consistency, profitability. Some comments, okay, yep. Premium Delulu, how long have you been doing this? What are your returns? Okay, Premium Delulu, you need to be more specific with your questions. Okay, number one, how long have I been doing this? I think I signed on at 8:30. So from 8:30 to 11:17 is just a little bit less than 3 hours. Patreon, Dawn, hey, Dawn joined. Oh, Dawn sent me a message. Hey, Dawn. What percentage do you aim for daily? Okay, Mr. Sinister, I'm not a day trader. Okay, I buy on Mondays and I like to be out on Friday. I do a covered call. Either it hits my target or it doesn't. Can only see the half charting. Well, yeah, you need to go on to your big screen TV to see everything because they're so small. Okay, my goal is 1% per week. Okay, 1% a week is 50% per year, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Love the feed. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we are done with everything except for YouTube. Okay, like I said, I do need to get a moderator on YouTube. If you have any volunteers, because, oh, there you go. Nice. Okay. Dogecoin, Tony. Dogecoin is not a dividend stock, so that's going to be a no. That's a no. Okay, if you looked at it, Robert Meyer. What will you do if IBM has a big week rally? You would get assigned with a big realized loss and be forced to buy to cover your calls at a loss. Okay, so Robert, you're relatively new. Number one, I don't like losses. Number two, you're missing some very, very, very important information. Okay, if IBM shoots through the roof, I have the opportunity. Okay, number one. Oops, give me a second. Oops. All right. Do you see this right here? Hold on. I'm going to get up for this one for Robert. Robert wants me to get up. Right here, Robert. Do you see that right there? That, my friend, is called an alert. So if you have a position that you're a little uncomfortable with, you have the opportunity to create an alert. So if the stock gets right here, I will get an email, I will get a text, and I will get a notification on my desktop. If I choose to ignore all three of them, yeah, I'll probably lose. But I trade every single day. And not every single day, I look at my stocks every single day. So if it comes even close to this, I will know to take action. What action is that? Well, I could buy it back. I could dollar cost average. I could push it forward. I could push out far enough so I don't have to lose any money. There's always an opportunity for me not to take a loss. And that is why people join my morning service, because they want to protect their interests. So, that being said, Rolls-Royce does not have consistent profitability. Sorry, Tony. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Thank you, Dion. Barry, hey, bro, can you please give me a shout-out? Barry, stop being a child. That's childish. Jojo, what is on the screen? IBM. IBM, it's on the screen. I could help you on YouTube. Dan, that would be awesome. DM me and I'll give you a buzz and we'll chat. Intel, okay, Groovy Baby, we already looked at Intel earlier. K-Van, how many hours per week is your class? I sign in at 9 a.m. every day, except for Fridays. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're on at 9 a.m. until you guys stop asking questions. Simple, right? Okay, I go over, remember I say I share 3 accounts publicly? Okay, it's 9 a.m. We take a look at all 3 of my accounts. What did I buy this for? What's it at now? What does it look like? What should I do? And I do each and every account after that. And then it's open discussion. We can ask any questions you want until you guys are done asking questions. Going once, going twice, okay, we're done. See you guys tomorrow. Simple. The longest I've ever stayed on was like 3.5 hours. The shortest was 35 minutes. We got in, answered all the questions. Nobody had any questions. Boom, we're done. Simple. Fridays, we jump on at 2:30 because the market closes at 4. So from 2:30 to 4, we take a look at all my positions, and then we take a look at all your positions. If you have something that might be a loss, well, we want to take a look at it to make sure you don't lose. Okay? All right. 11:21, I think I had all the questions. Ethereum Treasury Company, nope. HPC, I have no idea. One Path, how are you? What stream is he reading from? Girthworm? Okay. Ben. Been running 1.24% weekly since April, up 38% so far. Hey, Ben. Awesome, dude. Can't wait to see my Christmas card, dude. My Christmas gift. What time zone? Soto. Okay, you got no choice in the matter. And I know some people get offended when I say that. A lot of people do. You have no choice in the matter because you don't. Stock market opens 9:30 a.m. in New York. That's it. It's not that I make the rules. I got to follow the rules just like you do. Tony, is Pepsi a good dividend stock? Pepsi is an excellent dividend stock, Tony. It's been around for over 100 years. It has a nice premium. They keep making money year after year. It's a dividend king. 5 decades of increased profits. Yeah, of course, Pepsi's a good company. All right, I'm basically done. Do you trade less on Fed weeks? Nope, don't even pay attention to it. Don't even pay attention to it. I don't. What's the stock at? What's the high? What's the low? What direction is it going? What does it look like it's doing this week? Does it look like it's going up? Does it look like it's going down? It's pretty simple. I meant to say, what time zone do you hop on? Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I have no choice in the matter. The stock market opens up at 9:30, so I'm on at 9:30. Well, at 9:30, that doesn't really give us a lot of time, so I jump on a half hour early to make sure at 9:30 when the market opens, we're all ready. Okay? What do I think of APP? I have no idea. What is APP? I know what AAP is. You are calculating Super Earth's victory in a second galactic war. Thank you, Ozzy. Can you repeat what side you're on? What side of what I'm on? What is your biggest holding? Right now it's IBM. Thoughts on Open? An AI race happening. Been in it for the beginning, or from the beginning. It's been crazy. Yeah, I'm sure it has. Dutch Oven Dad, I don't do fads. Okay? I'm 61. Means I'm retired. Means I don't have the luxury of being wrong. There's so many companies in the AI race. Okay? It's new technology. All right? It may be great for some people. Terribly sorry. I'm old. And I hate admitting that. Okay? But it is what it is. I'm retired. I don't work. So if I am wrong and I lose money, I have to go back to work. The side you read. The side you read? I have no idea what that means. If anyone can see this message at me, what the hell does that mean? Tony! Inappropriate question, but thank you there, Tony. Afterlife 013. Stock that is moving a lot lately. Would you mind pulling it up? Does it look like climbing to you? Afterlife, I don't see which one you're looking at. Oh, APP. What the hell is APP? App Lovin' Corp. Interesting. Now, $582 a share. Well, you have fun with that one. No, I don't ever buy at the high. But that's me. Oh my, could someone get rich off of this method? Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, oh my, but if you make $34,000 a year here in the U.S., $34,000 a year or more, you are richer than half the people on the planet. So rich is an expression of how you feel about it. How can I get started with trades? Okay, Farmhouse Art Life, how are you today? DM me, top left corner, click on that, send me a message, I'll give you a buzz. Okay? Tyler Durden, oh my, 50% yearly gains compounded over years and years. Well, yeah, depends. Now, see, a lot of people get that misinterpret that incorrectly. Would you ever invest in Tesla? Tony, yes, I would. Does your daughter, the funny thing is, Leah, I was actually at a dinner time with the whole family because we have a family business. And we're sitting there, and I said, hey, Jason, everybody keeps asking about you. Not everybody, but a lot of people keep asking about it. Every single week, at least 5 or 10 people ask, does your daughter still trade? No, she doesn't. She washes dogs. She finds joy in the simpleness of just hugging a dog, washing it, brushing its hair, and that's it. James, I've been averaging 1.23% for the last 90 days. Jose, awesome, dude. Nice to hear it. Oh, so anyway, Tyler, as I was saying, most people think I make 50% every single year, year after year after year after year. Well, yeah, I do. But that 50%, that money goes to pay my bills, so it doesn't compound as much as people think it should. See, however much money you think I have, I don't. I have enough so I live comfortably. 1% a week covers all my bills. Doesn't let my account grow very much, but it does grow a little bit, but not huge. Okay? Are you calculating super Earths? Okay. SPGI, Ben, blah, blah, blah. Are you dying? Yes, of course I am. Ben, how are you? Shouldn't you be trying to live longer instead? Hey, I'm 61. I'm doing pretty damn good. Thanks for streaming. Thank you. Honest. Okay. Is Robinhood a good platform to use? Now, Jess, I actually do use Robinhood. I use Robinhood and I use Thinkorswim. I love Robinhood. Right there at my fingertips. I make money while I'm sitting at in the car at a traffic light. Oh, that light changed? Yeah, we're going to be here for a while. Ooh, that looks like a good one. There you go. I see other questions getting answered here, not just mine. Okay, Shopper Lativ. This is the first question I've seen for you, and now I'm pretty good with names. I just messaged you. Cool. Rich Man, is Palantir good to invest in? Okay, Rich Man, I can't tell you an answer to that one or not. Okay? Because I don't like Palantir. Because I am specific on what I like. Consistency of profitability and weekly options. Okay, Palantir doesn't fit for me. It might work for you, but it doesn't fit for me. Mike Sweeney, if you hit the roll button on TOS, will it automatically go to the calendar? No, it won't. I see other questions getting answered, not here, just not mine. Weird. Okay, Rogelio Casas. Okay, Jake, can I call you Saul Good? You can call me whatever you want. I might not answer, but, How do you screen what stocks you want to trade? Okay, Tati, you ready? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and Warren Buffett's list. I take them and I throw them into a calendar. And the calendar tells me, okay, every single one of these green dots right here, every single one of these companies have increased their profits for at least 25 years. That's a quarter of a century. Tati, okay, Culture Clips, please reply to my message. Okay, Culture Clip, you do realize if you ask a question that has certain words in it, it won't pop up because I have preset words I don't want to deal with. Okay, I can't do that over YouTube yet, but as soon as I will. Do I watch Jim Cramer? I watched a few of his. Okay, take a look at his performance. What does his performance look like? What is he trying to sell you? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just educating people. Okay, we all know how it works. You know, I've written 14 books. I get the home study course. I get all that crap. And yeah, if you want to buy it, we're all adults. We know how it works. You go to my website and you buy it there. I'm not trying to sell anything here. Okay, and yeah, I've watched Jim Cramer. I have. He has a different outlook of what he's looking for. So back to the how do you screen what stocks I want to trade? Okay, so Almeida. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champs, Dividend Contenders, and Warren Buffett's list. You take all those, you put them to a calendar. The calendar will tell you when they're getting ready to trade. What do we have? Lennar, Ben Franklin, SW, Stanley Black & Decker, McDonald's, Kimberly-Clark, Pepsi, GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation, Chubb, Abelmal, ADP, Nordson, ELC, T. Rowe Price, Coca-Cola, Cincinnati Financial, so on, so on, so on. Each one of these companies here, each one of these green dots, have increased their profits for 2, 5, 25 years. Okay? They are on my list. I won't even double check. The only thing, see, once they're on my list, fine. I don't have to look at anything else. But what's the chart telling me? Is it the right time to buy? And the numbers, is it the right numbers? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold. Number 2, never sell a loss. Number 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. Number 4, weekly options only. Number 5, make sure the numbers work. Then ask yourself, does it make sense? Is this something I want to do? Do I like this company? All right, so past 11:30, way past my bedtime. You guys have a great day, and we are going to do this all again tomorrow. All right, that being said, how do you handle paying capital gains tax? Chris is always someone. Okay, Chris, I'm going to touch on taxes just for 1 minute. Number 1, certain taxes you can't get away with. Number 2, federal income taxes are purely voluntary. Number 3, if you take a look into that big, huge book, you know, the IRS tax book, it says specifically, quote, any money you pay to the IRS is to be considered as a gift. Okay? So you're actually giving them money. Also, Ronald Reagan back in the 80s says every single penny collected by the IRS goes to pay off the debt. Not a single nickel goes to anything public actually expects the taxes to go to. Do your research. Don't always listen to what they tell you. All right, I'm done. You guys have a great night. Tomorrow night, same thing. Have a great night, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. And now the end is near. And so I face. He's basically saying start a business. Could be. See, funny thing, Jake, about starting a business. You can have a business in a state that has no state taxes. Woo, great, no state taxes. And then you can run that business from a state that has no personal income taxes. So I have a corporation in a state that pays no corporate taxes. And I live in a state that has no personal taxes. So kind of like the best of both worlds. Couch clip. Don't forget to provide your message. I won't. Alrighty. And done. And we are done. Okay, done here. You guys have a great night. We'll see you again tomorrow because the sun will come out tomorrow. Wipe away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. Good night, Doc. Hey, Doc. Uh-oh, premium Delula. Taxes are voluntary? What? Yeah, you're on TikTok, okay? Seriously, you're on TikTok. Put that in the search bar. Taxes are voluntary. See how many videos you have pop up that say, yep, taxes are... Wait a minute. Let me restate that. Federal income taxes to the IRS are strictly voluntary. Any money you give to the IRS is strictly considered as a gift. They're not going to tell you that. Do your own research. Okay? And down here, you guys have a great